All right, everybody. So you should have already completed this. This is the you do portion of exponents and order of operations, which I used as a quiz. You should have taken this yesterday, but every single thing we do, whether you do a worksheet, whether you do a quiz, I want to make sure that we're going over the answers. And if you happen to miss them, you know where you maybe goofed up. So I'm going to just go through this quickly through these 10 problems so you have a good idea of where and what your answers were. So here we go. 10 times 7 plus 3 minus 4. Okay, so we have a multiplication, addition, and subtraction portion of this problem. And we know that we have to follow our order of operations, and there is no parenthesis or exponent showing in this problem. But there is multiplication, so we need to do our multiplication first. 10 times 7 is going to give us 70. And then we drop the rest of it down, plus 3 minus 4. 70 plus 3 is going to give us 73. Minus 4 is going to give us a final answer of 69. Okay. We switch colors here. We're going to go to number 2. So we have a to the 4th power plus 5 divided by b. Okay, let's plug in our numbers for those missing or for those variables. So a is 2, and we're going to find 2 to the 4th plus 5 divided by b, which is 3. Okay, in this problem, we do not have a parenthesis. We do have an exponent, 2 to the 4th. So that does not mean 2 times 4. Remember, that means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 4 times we're multiplying that base number of 2. So I know that 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. And 8 times 2 is going to give me 16. Drop the rest of our problem down. Okay, so 16 plus 5 divided by 3. Okay, so 5 divided by 3 is not going to be an even number. So 5 divided by 3 is actually 1.6. $16 plus 1.6 is going to give us 17.6. Probably be pretty rare you're going to have something like 5 divided by 3. Typically, I try to keep those, things that that will divide evenly. That particular time was not, but it's okay. Number 3, 10 times 6 plus 3 divided by 2. We have a parenthesis in this problem, so we need to make sure we take care of that first. 6 plus 3 is going to give us 9, and we're going to drop the rest of our problem down. Okay, now we're left with multiplication and division. So those are our next steps in the order of operation. We do not need to go in any particular orders when we have both multiplication and division. So we're just going to do 10 times 9. Which is 90. 90 divided by 2 is going to give us 45. Okay. Next one, we have B plus C plus 5A. So B is 12 plus C is 8 plus 5A, and A is 4. I've done this a few times in our videos, but remember, 5 and then a parenthesis, in this case 4. So, 5 next to a parenthesis, assume that is multiplication, okay? So we need to make sure that we get rid of that parenthesis. So 5 times 4 is going to give us 20. 12 plus 8 plus 20. Now it's fairly simple. All we're left with is addition. Okay, so 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 plus 20 gives us a final answer of 40. Okay. Number 5, 8 plus 1 plus 4 times 5. We know that 1 plus 3 is going to give us 4. We need to do our parenthesis first. So 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, and then we're going to drop the rest of our problem down. 4 times 5 is 20. 8 plus 20 is 28. Okay, number 6 is 4 times 6 divided by parenthesis 10 plus 2. First step, take care of that parenthesis. 10 plus 2 is 8. Drop the rest of your problem down. 4 times 6 divided by 8. We took care of the parenthesis. There was no exponents, so our next step is to look for multiplication and division, which is what the rest of the problem entails. We're just going to go left to right. 4 times 6 is going to be 24. Divided by 8 is going to give us a final answer of 3. Number 7, 9 plus 4 times 3 squared minus 5. So with this problem, I noticed there's no parenthesis, but we do have an exponent. So 3 squared is actually going to be 9. 3 times 3 is 9. We're going to drop the rest of our problem down. 9 plus 4 times the 9 we just figured out, minus 5. So we're left with adding, multiplying, and subtracting. Okay, the next step in our order of operation is to look for multiplication and division. And here I notice we have multiplication. 4 times 9 is going to give us 36. 9 plus 36 minus 5. 9 plus 36 is 45. 45 minus 5 gives us a final answer of 40. Number 8, 6 times 5 divided by 9 minus 3. Okay, let's look for parentheses and exponents first. I see a parenthesis. I do not see any exponents. So let's get rid of that parenthesis. 9 minus 3 will be 6. We're going to drop the rest of our problem down. And we're left with multiplication and division. So that's our next step, is doing multiplication and division. So we can just go left to right and figure out the rest of the problem. So 6 times 5 is 30. Divided by 6 is going to give us 5. All right, 2 more problems. Let me extend the page once. There it is. Okay, so now we have 5 squared minus 10. I'm going to erase the bottom of that problem number 7 just so we can see this one clearly. 5 squared minus 10 plus 4 divided by 2. Okay, we do not have a parenthesis, but we absolutely have an exponent. So we need to figure that out first. 5 squared means 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Drop the rest of our problem down. There we go. Now we're left with subtraction, addition, and division. Okay, after parentheses and exponents, we then need to figure out multiplication and division. This particular problem does not have multiplication, but it does have division. So 4 divided by 2 is going to give us 2. Drop the rest of our problem down. 25 minus 10 plus 2. 25 minus 10 is 15. 15 plus 2 is a final answer of 17. And finally, number 10 is going to give us 42 divided by 7 plus parenthesis 5 minus 2. We need to take care of parentheses and exponents first. I do not see any exponents, but there is a parenthesis. So 5 minus 2 is going to be 3. Drop the rest of our problem down. 42 divided by 7 plus 3. We're left with division and addition. Our next order of operation is looking for multiplication and division. There is not multiplication, but there is division. So we're going to do 42 divided by 7, which is 6. Okay, and then 6 plus 3 is going to give us a final answer of 9. Hope this makes sense, everybody. Have a good one.